Yo, what is up guys? Ethan here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be giving you my game preview on arguably the best matchup this week, Michigan versus Minnesota. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Now, this is the first primetime Big Ten game and the first Big Ten game I've covered for this season, of course, because they come back this week. And Michigan versus Minnesota is going to be a thriller. If you've not known, Rashard Bateman is one of my favorite players in all college football, arguably my favorite. So watching him against a really good Michigan defense is definitely going to be something to watch this year. And I can't wait to see this matchup, as I think it's going to be a very close game. Now, this matchup is going to be a little bit, I don't want to say it's going to be high scoring, because I don't think it's going to be. And let's start with Minnesota here. Tanner Morgan, a very underrated quarterback in college football. People consider him a top 10, but I consider him more closer to a top 5 quarterback. Now, he's not my top 5, but I think he's somewhere around that range. Of course, we need to see how he plays versus a very tough Michigan defense, but he is a really good quarterback. That running game, they got Abraham back. He was injured the majority of last season, so you have your starting running back. You did lose your top wide receiver in Tyler Johnson, as he's now a Tampa Bay Buck. But I'm not even sure if he was your top wide receiver last year. As Big Ten wide receiver of the year, Rashard Bateman is back on this team, and he initially opted out, but since the Big Ten's back, he decided to opt back in. So that is a huge advantage here for Minnesota in this one. Now, with the loss of Antoine Winfield, that Minnesota defense is something to look out for, and I do think they're definitely going to struggle versus Michigan. Now, Michigan, they do have a good running game led by Zach Charbonnet, but they have tons of transfers this season. Just from the top of my head, Dylan McCaffrey and I think Tyreek Brown. I think those were the two players that decided to transfer. Those were two big losses on that Michigan defense. And even though I do think they have a pretty good offensive line up there in Michigan, I definitely think they are going to struggle a little bit. Not because the Minnesota defense is going to give them a challenge, just that they're going to get used to a few things on that offense. And I'm actually somewhat surprised Michigan is favored in this one. They're favored by 3.5. Since it's in Minnesota, I actually would have thought Minnesota would be favored. But since Michigan's favored, I'm kind of leaning towards that upset here. And this is going to be a short preview. I have Minnesota winning this one at home, 27-24. A little bit more low scoring. I'm not even sure if it's low scoring, but it's not going to be because of well, let's talk about Minnesota real quick. It's not that their offense is going to struggle. That Michigan defense is just amazing. Well, not amazing, but their defense is definitely going to give them a challenge. And for Michigan, it's not that Minnesota's defense is going to stop them. Like I said a few seconds or a minute ago, that I think that Michigan offense is going to struggle a little bit with that transfers. So I have Minnesota 27-24. And yes, this is my second upset of the week. If you want to watch what upset I already called, go watch 2 of my last videos. Tomorrow I have a doubleheader, Penn State versus Indiana and Cincinnati SMU. And then Thursday, North Carolina State or NC State versus North Carolina. So look out for those 3 other videos upcoming this week. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe, and like always, have a good day. Peace out.